Harley, why don't you tell us why you're running?
I'm running because I was frustrated with the political process here in our country right now, and a sense that we needed people to fight for what they believe in, but ultimately reach across the aisle and put country and community first. We have a lot more in common than what separates us, and that's what we need to focus on.
If I was a college student and I'd never voted before, why would it be so important for me to make it to the polls this election?
You should vote every election. And the number of men and women who have given the ultimate sacrifice so that we could have a democracy and the right to vote, do them honor by voting. And start with this election, because this election may end up being the most important election of your lifetime. Our democracy is being challenged in ways that many of us never thought would happen in our lifetime. So if you want your voice to be heard, if you want to change things, if you want the country to go in a direction that you believe in, then stand up, get out, and vote. And then help others vote. Make sure you get your friends to vote, because this is your country, this is your time. Bottom line is, if we get the vote out, we win. And I would hope anybody watching this, please help get the vote out here in the 48th. If you live in the 48th, please get out and vote for me. And if we do those two things, we'll win.
Yeah. And we're going to try to get rid of those loans that are acting like albatrosses around your neck.
That's right, too. Yeah, good.
Okay. But what do you think about the fact in Georgia that the Secretary of State is, taking people off the registration? And it's going on in all the red states, I've heard.
It should be a concern for all of us, especially when he is the State Secretary, yes, and he's running for office. He clearly is in a conflicted position and should not be the one overseeing that process whatsoever. Certainly we should be fighting back on any efforts to suppress the vote. And what I'd actually like to see our country move to is automatic registration to vote. Oregon just passed recently, I think literally within the last 2 days, legislation that every 18-year-old is automatically registered to vote, and they must take a proactive effort to opt out. And that should be standard operating procedure across the United States. We have your social security number. We know when you turn 18, you're registered to vote automatically. If you want to go in and opt out or add a party affiliation, so be it, but you're registered to vote. Second, we need to make voting easier. So while we are automatically registering them, also put them on mail-in ballots. Also need to make sure that Election Day is either a national holiday or a multi-day event, which includes days on the weekend, so those that are working have easier access to being able to vote.
About 10 or 15% of the people work the night shift. Mm-hmm. They don't get the door knockers. Now the other thing to do is go see the registrars at some point before the election.
Yep, we have early voting at the registrar, and I believe that is actually started already, and certainly another opportunity. And if you're not registered to vote, you can still go to the registrar's office and register and vote from now up until Election Day. And so don't hold back if you're not registered. Get out there and do your civic duty.
When you said before people have died for the vote, mm-hmm, people that take people off registration, I mean, it's worse than that. I know personally, if I went down there knowing I was registered and the guy told me, you're not registered, you have to do a provisional, knowing that they don't count provisionals half the time.
Right.
I wouldn't go back. That's a bad thing what they're doing, taking them off. That cross-check that the Kansas guy got going.
Right. There's an easy way to fix this. Okay. And that is get out and vote. Elect Democrats to the House. Elect Democrats to your state legislature, and let's get the White House back in 2020, and we can put in voting rights that protect everyone across the country.